names, you fought big names. Who was the hardest in your opinion?
Technically, it was Dmitriy Bivol.
I like that, Dmitry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've been practicing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a brat. Brats mean brother in Russia. You know what I'm
I
saying?
am Russian.
See, so you know. So,
He's like, it means brother in Russian. You know?
I just want to let you know that I know. Let the world know I'm universal.
So how much time did you guys spend together? Because you're Dmitry, brat, you're like Russian.
You know what? It was I had an opportunity to training with Triple G for a while. Like I said, Dmitry. I've been in Big Bear a whole lot, so spending a lot of time in Big Bear, you learn how to pronounce people's name properly.
Gennady, Dmitry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I do pretty well, and once I hear you say your name, I'll say it just like how you said.
Yeah,
So.
you did a great job.
Well, thank you.
When you were in Big Bear with Triple G, what was the most memorable thing happen? What can you tell about Triple G? When they mention their name, what's the first thing comes up to? Because you know him better than most people.
Yeah, so it's a correlation of things. Honestly, one of the biggest things was it was a moment where they cut on Michael Jackson, the music, and when they cut it on, I was just messing around. I was dancing, and when I was dancing, he came out of his room and he was watching me, and then he kept saying, like, he kept asking me, like, no, I want to see you dance because I can't move like that. I was like, yes, you can. So we were mimicking Michael Jackson's motions and movements, and he was just like, he was moving. It was so awkward. But it was so funny. And then he left out the room and he came back and he just started rapping Eminem songs. Like he just kept rapping all of his songs. So we was all laughing while we was in camp. But one of the biggest things that I do remember is when me and Gennady was in a ring sparring, and I was like trying to move and slip, and I had put my head down too low, and he punched me right at the top of my head. And I was like, wow, when he hit me, I got up. Like, we just both stopped. He said, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like I said, you elbowed me? He said, no, it was a punch. Everybody in the gym was laughing because I thought it was an accidental elbow.
That's how hard he hit.
But that's how strong he is, yes.
Can you do the moonwalk?
Say what?
Can you do the moonwalk?
The moonwalk. Yes, she does it well.
No, I'm okay. No.
All right, so who hits harder? Triple G? Well, probably Triple G than Bivol, right?
You know what? Honestly, okay, so what I recognized is when Triple G when he puts his punches together, he balances himself and he throws one punch at a time. So one punch power, I think that would go with Triple G. But Bivol, he just was naturally boxing and moving, and I felt that he had good power then. So it was different powers, honestly, but sustainable power and power that can last longer while being natural and just flowing, I would give that to Bivol. And I think just kind of like setting a punch up and making sure that they hit as hard as they can or try to, you know what I'm saying, destroy the person that's in front of them, that will go to Gennady, I believe.
Okay. Were you surprised that Bivol beat Canelo?
No, because he's like being there with him, you see how big he is.
Canelo fought some big dudes.
Very true, but the big guys that he fought were not as tangible as Dmitry was. When they boxed, I saw immediately, firsthand. I was like, when me and him was sparring, I seen how he started moving on his feet, and I literally said, man, this is gonna give anybody our height. Me and Canelo is like the same height. I say that's gonna give us trouble. And immediately when they start sparring, when me and him started sparring, they asked me, what do you think if you were Bivol or you was in his corner? And I told them what I thought. And when Bivol went to go to the fight, he did it. And then he sent me a video. He was like, hey, Brandon, brother, we did it.
Brad.
Yeah, he's like, Brad, we did it. We won. He was like, he said, you're smart, man. If people listen to you, you know boxing. You understand. I just told him, thank you. Appreciate it. So, you know, it was great. It wasn't me who won the fight. It was him and his team. They just listened to a little bit of what I was saying, and that's great. I appreciate that.
If they ever have rematch, who you got, Canelo or Bivol?
I'm Mexican, but Bivol is Bivol, you know? Bivol is for me, is the number one in the heavyweights, and I prefer Bivol 100%. But I'm Mexican.
So Crawford and Canelo.
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 I'm gonna say that's. I honestly think, I could be wrong, but I think Canelo might pull it off too because he's bigger, much bigger, and Crawford is our height, but yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen Canelo fight against a guy who can move. So, and those kind of fighters are the ones who give Canelo more trouble. Like the last guy he fought, but that guy was bigger too. He was a bigger guy and he was boxing. So now the guy around his height, I can't wait to see how that fight turns out. I think Crawford can win, but he's going to have to be focused in the whole from first round to 12 if it goes that far. Me and Jermall fight, that was the best Jermall. So we got to see what Jermall comes back when they do fight.
And Jermall wants to fight with CalebPlant.
As far as them two fighting, it's overdue. They do need to fight. And I can't wait to see how that fight turns out because both of them are big guys. Jermall will be moving up, fighting at 68. And Caleb is a skilled fighter. He's a very skilled fighter. So I can't wait to see what they fight look like if they can actually make it happen.
Let's talk about. I'm good, thank you. Let's talk about Jermall's jab. Is that really the best thing he has, or there's anything else that Jermall has?
Jermall does have a great jab. When he's on his game and he's putting his weight behind his jab, he does have a great jab. One of the things that Jermall does have that people don't pay no attention to or that's overlooked is just the fact that he does know how to use his distance. Jermall does recognize and know that he's more, you know what I'm saying, he's got a lot of length on him when he's moving around and he's fighting. And he takes advantage of that, not with a whole bunch of movement, but just enough movement to execute what he's looking for it to do.
So if you were to fight him again, how would you fight him?
Oh no, if me and him fought again, he know what time it is. When me and him fought, my hand was dislocated and he knew it. And had my hand not been dislocated, you know what I'm saying? He knows we sparred afterwards. And he got to see what both hands was like. And I would be looking forward to seeing him again. All the top fighters, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here and I'm looking for the opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Ring us up, you know what I'm saying? You can hit me up on Fight Book. Cannon Nation, Wise Out, we're everywhere, you know what I'm saying? You just knock on LA's door and I'll come running. Who was all we was talking about? We was talking about Triple G, Bivol, just as far as being up in the rings, sharing the ring with them sparring. Me fighting Jermall, me beating Bohachuk, me and my very good friend, close brother of mine, Shane Mosley Jr. Me and Shane Mosley, we fought for the finale of the Contender.
So how do you fight your friend?
It was tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I kept trying to motivate, him to fight, and he was kind of pretty much doing the same thing. He was like, "Come on, yep, oh good." Like while we were fighting, that's the most I've ever spoke in a fight, because I usually don't speak much. That's
Only
why.
business.
But knowing, having love for him and his family, his dad being one of my favorite fighters of all time, it's extremely tough fighting against somebody that we hug and we hug and we hug and we hug and then we fight. It's very different, and I don't care what nobody say. That is a very uncomfortable feeling, hitting somebody you care about, because you never know which punch could actually do real damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, that was one of my toughest fights mentally.
What do you guys think about JakePaul being in boxing? Him promoting women. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel good because he promoted woman, but I don't feel good when he put in the ring because I have like 16 years in boxing, probably Canon more years, a lot.
Just about.
Yeah.
Just about, yeah.
So
You don't like that he's making too much noise right now?
No.
You think so? You got Chavez Jr.?
yeah.
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 For me, I wouldn't turn anybody down from them being able to train and fight and do it.
Yeah.
Go, if you're a boxer, be a boxer. Live life like a boxer. I think what she's saying is what a lot of fighters was saying. It's like, man, dude, like, why does he come into boxing and just get that much respect in our sport when we are busting our
You
chops?
got like respect? I don't think he gets the respect yet from.
Well, not so much from the actual boxing community, but he has the thing that we, as the fighters, don't pay a lot of attention to is that he came in with a very huge fan base. He came in already kind of put together. That's the thing that fighters don't like, but I can see how it is. It's just like when Brock Lesnar was WWE and then he went to the UFC, everybody knew who Brock Lesnar was. So it was great for him. But then the UFC fighters go, oh man, what about us? We work real hard. My nose is broke, you know. So I understand both sides very well. And I just would like to see JakePaul take his talent and try to fight fighters who we know is training now. Like, don't try to fight a guy who's too old. Don't try to fight a guy who we know isn't mentally stable. Fight against a young guy who's training. A guy who's, you know, around.
So who do you think he should fight then to earn your respect?
Well,
Canelo?
No. Hey, honestly, I would be very jealous because there's other guys who really deserve to fight Canelo. The other guys who deserve to fight
For
Canelo?
example?
Well, who's working really hard that deserves a Canelo fight? Me. I gotta win a few belts or something. I gotta get a belt or something for him to look my way. But there's a lot of fighters. There's a lot of us who work extremely hard, and you know they look for that payday, as Canelo says, payday. JakePaul is a fighter now. He's a fighter now. I think people just want to see him fight.
A boxer.
People, yeah. Well, people who we know is like at least coming up like him, prospects like him.
Give opportunities to
But now you're fighting against Chavez. But where was Chavez and what he's been doing?
Zurdo to get this belt.
Yeah, Badou Jack, I hear, you know, he offered Badou Jack a fight, or he was trying to.
Get the belt.
Badou Jack hasn't really fought in a while, but Badou Jack is a fighter who has been fighting.
Didn't he just fight this guy Noel?
But before that, how long ago what did he fight? See, that's what I
Yes,
mean.
it
Like,
wasn't long.
so the activity, but it'll still be good because Badou takes good care of himself. So maybe that'll be a better fight versus fighting Mike Tyson.
I mean, he kind of fought, what's his name, a boxer, Tommy Fury. he was
talking
kind of
about
like a
Tyson
boxer.
Fury's, little brother?
Yeah, because people are you fighting MMA people, and then he fought like
Did he
Tommy.
beat,
No, Tommy beat him.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
That's crazy, huh? He
So,
fought against a fighter
boxer.
and didn't win.
Yeah. All right, well, enough. I think it's a main event time, guys. So let's wrap it up. Nice meeting you. So tell everybody your social media.
I'm Brianda Tamara in all my social media.
And I'm Brandon the Cannon Adams. Pretty much everywhere. Cannon Nation, you can find me. Cannon Nation, you can find my boxing gym, Cannon Nation Boxing. It's Cannon Nation everywhere and everything.
All right, thank you. Let's go watch the fight.